Hi, I'm Michael Yardney. What are off-market properties? Why would anyone sell this way? Are they really around off-market opportunities, and why should you consider buying one? Well, firstly, let me explain what I'm talking about. You see, the team at Metropole come across what I'd call two types of off-market transactions. Most are really pre-market opportunities. We get the opportunity to inspect and make an offer on a property before it hits the internet, before most people find out about it. And then there are the true off-market opportunities where, for various reasons, the vendor doesn't want to make the sale of their property public knowledge. And yes, they do occur. Personally, I bought a property off-market 2 weeks ago. No one else knew about it. And currently, despite the relatively hot market conditions, a significant portion of the properties we buy for our clients at Metropole are bought this way. So let's look into this a little bit more. Why do pre-market opportunities occur? It works a bit like this. A selling agent goes to somebody's home and they list a new property, and there's about 2 weeks before it hits the internet. During this time, the photos are taken, the floor plans are drawn, the seller must approve the marketing, and all of this then eventually gets loaded on the internet. Now, if you think about it, most selling agents would love to keep the whole of their selling commission rather than sharing it with other agents in their office. So what would they do? What would you do if you're in their condition or in their position? Well, what they don't do is they don't tell other people in the office about it for a few days, and instead they ring their A grade clients and offer them this great new property they've just listed for sale. And then they ring their B clients, and then they ring anyone else they can think that may be interested. A few days later they tell other people, other selling agents in their office about it. And what do those agents do? Well, they do the same. They call their top clients. And if it doesn't sell, eventually the property gets listed on the internet and you find out about it. So how do you get on the speed dial of these estate agents? Now, this is tough, especially if you're a normal and average home buyer or property investor. You're probably only going to deal with a selling agent a few times in your life. And on the other hand, I guess the team at Metropole are involved in, well, we were involved in close to $250 million worth of property transactions last financial year alone. Do you think that puts us on the speed dial of most selling agents in the areas where we're most active in Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane? So while it might be difficult for you to get the call, you can still benefit from this special treatment by having the team of Metropole on your side. By the way, that's the easy bit. If you're interested in starting growing your property investment portfolio, why don't you organise a free strategy session with the team at Metropole? Just click the link below and get involved and have a chat with us. Now, I'd like to give you some case studies. First of all, I mentioned about the property I recently bought off market. Pam and I were looking for another development site to build a residential townhouse development, one for us to keep as a long-term investment. Local selling agents in the suburbs where the team at Metropole are actively looking for properties know that we're always in the market for our clients. And one agent rang me and told me about a property he'd just listed that was a deceased estate. The sellers were two elderly gentlemen who lived in different parts of regional Victoria. They were the brothers of the deceased owner, and they'd inherited this substantial property that was going to give them a considerable windfall. Interestingly, despite their seven-figure inheritance, they weren't keen to spend, I don't know, $15,000, $20,000 on marketing costs, and they were a little bit nervous about taking their property to auction. Instead, they were happy with the certainty of an unconditional sale. We were the only buyer notified about this opportunity. I made an unconditional offer within 48 hours and voila, Pam and I own another great development site. The sellers are happy, the agent got a quick sale, and by the way, he didn't have to share his commission with anyone else in the office, and we got a great deal. In fact, I think we got a bargain. Now, there's another case study, because again, this week, I remember we were notified by a selling agent. He'd just listed a great property for sale in a prime spot with water views in the Melbourne suburb of St Kilda. This well looked after, fabulously positioned first floor 2-bedroom apartment would suit a wide range of owner occupiers or investors, yet we were offered it first. We were given an opportunity to look at it when no one else was, because the seller didn't want an active marketing campaign. Why would he be like that? Well, interestingly, the vendor was a well-known television personality, and he leads a very private life and didn't want the world to see his apartment. I can understand that. The selling agent rang us to see if we had a client who'd be interested in this property. We certainly did. Now, Nicole, one of our property investor clients, has purchased a fantastic investment off market without competition, not going to auction, and at a very fair price. We get opportunities like this all the time in our offices in Sydney, Brisbane and Melbourne. A common reason we're offered these true off-market opportunities is that there are tenants in place and they make it difficult for potential buyers to inspect the property. Or maybe the tenants don't keep the property in a presentable condition. However, as buyer's agents, we can see the potential opportunity through all the clutter that the tenants left behind. Now, don't get me wrong, most pre-market and off-market opportunities are not great deals. You see, many agents list properties that they get by what I call buying the listing. In other words, they entice the seller with an inflated price to get the listing, and then they slowly condition them down to what the real market price is. This means many of the opportunities we're offered are not suitable for us, but that's okay. I guess that's the way the property market works. So here's my recommendation for you. If you're in the market for an investment property, please give the team at Metropole a call on 1300 20 30 30 or click on the link below and organise a free obligation-free strategy session. Whether you're a beginning investor or a seasoned pro, we'd love to help you form an investment strategy or review your existing property portfolio and then help you acquire even more investment properties. By the way, when you attend our offices in Melbourne, Sydney or Brisbane, you're going to receive a free copy of my latest 2 DVD program, Building Wealth Through Property Investment.